StreamYard is being crazy today. Hi, guys. Welcome to our Jetta Tales of the Toshigawa live stream. You got some of the cast here with our fearless leader, Martheus Wade, finally on the stream.
Woo!
And we're here to talk about everything Jetta, especially going into episode 2. So, yeah, I'm going to have Martheus take it from here to give you some, little intro on what we do, what the story's about, and who we are. So take it away, Martheus.
All right. So, yeah, she will put me on the spot, but
every day.
All day, every day.
So what we're trying to do is, this is Jetta Tales of the Toshigawa. We've been doing this for like 25 years, and it's been a long time. Now, we haven't been doing the motion comic part of it and since last year. So that last year, episode 1 premiered in, well, actually, I take that back. It was this year. This year, episode 1 premiered in January. So we're trying to be able to do episode 2. We're in production of it right now. Episode 1 and 2 is part of a 4-episode miniseries arc that is taking place in the graphic novel Jetta Tales of the Toshigawa Defiance. So there are many graphic novels in the Jetta Tales of the Toshigawa series. This is actually book 2 that we're doing right now, and it's looking really good. I'm excited. Everybody brought their A game, man. I'm just excited to be able to show what these guys brought to the table. So,
yay! Okay, yeah, it's awesome. So we'll pick your brain a little bit more about more story stuff, because as a cast, we don't know a lot about what we're doing or where we're going either. So it's a mystery. But we're gonna do introductions. So I am Maria Amelia Park. Amelia, guys. I know Maria Park pops up a lot. It is Maria Amelia Park, and I am the voice of Jetta. Melissa?
Oh, hi, everybody. My name is Melissa Del Toro Schaffner, and I am the voice of Lace. Who next? Somebody go. Sammy.
All right. I'll go. Okay, cool. Hey, guys. What's going on? My name is Sammy Halul, and I'm the voice of Spiky Thug and IQ. I'll pass it on to Maishan.
All right. What's going on, everybody? My name is Maishan Lowe. Feel free to call me Mai, and I voice Daniel.
Hey, Michelle Francine here, and I am the voice of Monica Mawade.
Malik? I think Malik is having.
Hey everyone, I'm Malik Johnson, and I voice Kenji Mawade. So I'm Michelle's kid brother.
Yep. Okay, is that everybody? And Daddy, of course, Daddy.
Big Daddy.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's me, Zaddy. Alex, I
Hello?
am Terminus. Yes, we can.
Yep, we can hear you.
Video's a little choppy, though.
You
Give me 1
interrupted
second.
Terminus.
There you go.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
So as you can see, we are a very lively bunch. This is not the full cast, but we are the ones that seem to do a lot of the live streams together. So we are.
We're not scared.
We're not scared. Well, Danielle would be here, but she had something to do, and some of our other cast members had other things. So, but they couldn't be here for today. But yeah, so we are the cast of Jetta. And before we pick Martheus's brain, I like to ask questions. And if you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat. Hi, Kevin. I haven't seen you in a while. I see you in the chat. Cast questions. I'm going to start with Michelle, because I know Michelle is going to give me a beautiful answer that will make me feel really poopy when I try to talk after her.
Oh my God. Not true.
Michelle.
Yes.
Your character, when you were cast, did you find anything similar between your character and Michelle?
Yeah. So what was really great about the audition process is that we got a couple of pictures of the character along with a little biography of that person, and then our lines to go ahead and read as part of the script. And so when I saw her, there was some relatability. Sister had some melanin. I said, okay, let me go towards this character. And then when I read the bio, I was like, oh my goodness. This is similar to some of my own personal experiences. Really, it boils down to the sense of duty that Monica has and the level of responsibility that's placed on her and the need to execute that well and to not let the people around her down, right? Really being a strong team player. And that was really apparent in the biography, and even just looking into her eyes, looking to her character as a whole. Her whole embodiment just screams duty, family, teamwork, in spite of personal desires, right? Sacrificing for others for the greater good. So, yeah.
You see what I mean? See, she's my PR rep. She just doesn't realize it yet.
Jeez.
Michelle, I love Michelle too. I mean, I love Melissa too. So we're going to go to Melissa. Got to get my M's out of the way.
Oh, wow. Thank you. I love that. So my, wait, what's the question?
So Melissa, what do you find in common with your character? What do you see of Melissa in your character?
That was the question I was going to answer, but then I thought maybe you had slipped. Anyway, yeah. Like my character, I'm sure I have a short memory. No, I'm just kidding. No. I feel like I'm a tad bit bossy, like my character. I'm very type A when it comes to my work, my leadership, my motherhood, and all that kind of stuff. So I kind of draw a lot of the strength of the character of Lace, who, you know, by all rights thinks that she's number one. But of course, Terminus is always just like, you need to slow down, lady. And, you know, I appreciate good balance in life. But I think she's delicious. She's a wonderfully, deliciously evil person. And I like to think that about myself sometimes, too. I don't know. It's kind of a rush. And I enjoy that. But, you know, to each his own, I guess.
I love that. I love how you just really you're like an onion, and I have all these layers, and you know, some of it's dark, and I'm okay with that. But
yeah,
so that's pretty
cool. Well, yeah. I think that in a great story, the evil or the villain characters need to have that sort of goodness in what they're trying to achieve to themselves anyway, because it kind of gives them a humanity. And I feel like when the evil character feels really deeply, it gives the heroes the similar ability to feel something really deeply, and they kind of play off each other. So yeah, I think that there's no good and evil when you look at it from different perspectives. So it's kind of cool. I don't know, I love it.
I like that. Yeah, I like that. All right, I think we lost Malik. Hopefully he will pop back in and I'll be able to add him again. But let's move on to my Sean. I love your name, by the way, since my daughter has the same name without the Sean. But
of course, we gotta love all the Mize.
Gotta love all of the Mize. All of them.
All right, so similar to Michelle's, like in the audition process there, right? I see Daniel and I see a brother. I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll try my hand out at it. You feel? With something similar, his very first interaction being like sort of a flirt in a store, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm being flirted with right now, but I'm not really flirting back with you. You feel? I relate to that heavily because every time I'm flirted with, I don't know how the hell to respond. So that one, it's ezy for me to roll that because it's kind of natural. At the same time, I clamp up. I don't know how to respond to you. Maybe I'll say something a little bit snarky. Maybe it's too far. I don't know. I'm just trying to get the fuck up out of there. I'm trying to get the hell up out of there as fast as I possibly can. You know, but
so basically Daniel in a nutshell. Like that's
pretty
Daniel
much.
Logo. Yeah,
honestly.
makes sense. That's
but again,
cool.
like with everything that he's had so far, I mean, not too much screen time so far, but you know, motorcycle and all that. But
yeah, exactly.
I'm hoping
I was gonna say.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was a really cool intro, though, too.
I think so too.
Where episode 2 is going, so yeah, they're gonna love you in episode 2 because you're crazy.
It rolls into it really well. Episode 2 goes kind of hard with that conversation. I'm not gonna lie, I liked it a lot.
I like that
conversation. That I will say that is the highlight of the episode, is the banter back and forth with you guys in the conversation and stuff. It's like that I was like listening to it. It was exactly what I planned in my head when I was actually writing it. So. Good job.
It was natural too. Deliver. It was very natural.
Yeah.
It seemed very authentic.
Oh, thank you so much.
You got Michelle's stamp of approval. You're doing something right. Okay, Sammy.
Okay, so IQ is a fun one. Not only because he has full head of hair that I might get. I'm totally lying. I'm sorry. No. He's got this air of commitment to his goal, I feel like, but he's also there. Okay, so he's a big tech head. I love technology. I'm a gamer. I collect all the things. I have my consoles, my handheld PCs, my doohickeys and doodads. Do people use that word anymore? Doodads? No. Okay. A little bit time again.
Nope.
But yeah, no. I feel like I relate to him a lot because he knows who he wants to be, regardless of what the outside may think of him. Because I know that his backstory stemmed a lot from wanting to fit in due to his sexuality and to just really feel like he's an integral part of a team. So the fact that he's doing all this hermit stuff and, checking in on Tura, checking in on highly likely the rest of the team once, the rest of the story comes out and I get to know the character more. I think with that cavalier kind of like get it done, sort of boots on the ground attitude, with that level of spunk too. If you put that all together, it shows that he's like, okay, look, it's time to focus, get it done, and no freaking bodysuits. Swear to God, if anybody brings up bodysuits again, I'll have another crash out. You guys remember the last one? Don't make me do it again. No, because I'm telling you right now, I will flip tables. I will hold up. You see this? You see my homeboy? Don't make me do. I'm just kidding. No, I love you. But yeah, no. I definitely appreciate how likable IQ is, how level-headed he is, but I know that he's probably going to have his moments and be like, guys, if we don't focus right now, we are in for it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's coming for us, but they're on their way. And then that's when I go into my little box and I'm just like, hey, no, help me, Tura. And then she's like, make. So like, I don't know. If she makes that
exact sound.
She makes that mink sound.
Make.
But like I will say that you are right about that. There is some darker parts that are going to happen, right, that they're going to have to really band together and be able to, kind of like get everybody on one accord. Because right now, everybody's kind of doing their own thing. You know what I mean? The story you can actually see in episode 1, everybody's over here, this person's over there, they're doing their own thing. You know what I mean? So it's going to be one of those things where information is going to be key, so and the person who has a lot of information is IQ. So we'll see how that goes,
All right. Okay. And now we're going to Daddy Alex. Come on, Terminus.
Grandma. Jesus, you guys really understand your characters well, huh? Because I don't. What was the question? I heard it about 4 times.
How do you?
So in case everyone doesn't know, ADHD is a prevalent among us talent. What is so when you're looking at Terminus? What do you find in common, or if you do you find anything that's in common? How is Alex in? How do you see yourself in that character?
In Terminus?
Yeah.
Probably the eyebrows. Eyebrows first, both of them. And then honestly, I don't see much of me in Terminus at all. I guess that's what the acting part is, right? Thankfully, I had some good information from Artheus to sort of pull from, basically. But there's not too much out there about him yet, right? So
right.
I think it's nice that he gave me just enough to play with, gave me enough direction where I kind of knew what he was trying to portray, but left it also kind of mysterious and sort of you got to read between the lines a little bit to see or to understand Terminus. There's definitely some nuance to him. He's got his goal, obviously. He's got what he wants to do, and he's dead set on getting that done. But his background overall, his real motivations, why is he doing what he wants to? He set out to do. We don't know that just yet. So I think that part is cool about him, at least.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mystery is very important. The mystery, his mystery and who he is kind of almost important as the character of Jetta herself. So it's very important to be able to keep the mystery, keep the mystique, you know. But he is powerful, super powerful. It's all. It's super powerful. Like
he is.
Yeah.
He's a juggernaut for sure. Because we don't really know why he wants to find Jetta, right? Could it be just simply revenge or some other reason, right? There's no real clear-cut answer yet.
Haven't said. Everybody's got their own idea of why. You know.
Oh, the mystery coming up next on no.
I love how deep Alex's voice can get on that character. Like it's surprising, actually.
Booming. Yes.
Well,
it's alarming.
It's very scary, and it's very authentic in those moments. You sound terrifying. Yeah. So.
But also too, I will say one of the things that I really like about Alex's voice is that there is that other side, that younger side of Terminus that, you know, Janet did bring it up. There is a little bit more information about him in our Shinobi Princess story. And you actually see in that story when he met Jetta's mom. So you see that interaction. And he was not, you can see that he was more of let's just call him a ladies' man. He was a ladies' man. So a lot of that. Yes. Yeah. He was a ladies' man, man. He knew how to talk and charm the girls. So
is that why I have to lock him down?
You got laced too, yeah.
Is that why I have to lock him down like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a story there that I really want to be able to get to. There's a story. There's a huge story there that is integral and very important to Jetta and why she does the way why she's being trained to do the things she's supposed to be doing.
Yeah. So, it's not just because. Yeah.
It's not just
Malik's back.
It's not just him going like, "Oh, I'm gonna destroy you today."
Yeah.
Well, before I was gonna go next, but since Malik is back, it is your turn, sir.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
Malik, no, nothing to be sorry about. We're here to have fun. When you look at your character, what do you see about yourself in your character, if anything at all?
For the most part, that he's always trying to think of solutions and always finding creative ways to solve complicated problems. I always love to tackle different challenges and approach them in a creative way that most people wouldn't think of. And I see a lot of myself in Kenji as far as that goes.
I actually agree with that. So in our real lives, I talked to Malik on the regular, and he has simply become like Michelle, he's my brother. He's my little brother. So yeah, we talk. As a matter of fact, we were talking today. So like, he was solving problems today. So yeah, he is very, I want to say everyone has elements of their character, but for me, the person closest to their character is absolutely Malik. Malik is definitely Kenji. So
Yeah.
very good casting, sir. Not that everybody else wasn't cast well. Just saying, very, very good casting.
Yeah.
I will say that is one of the things that I gravitated the most towards, is because my son had a whole big part in picking the voice of Kenji, because Kenji is based on my son. So I was like I had to bring him in, and he was like, "Man, that dude, he sounds cool, man." And I was like, "Yeah, but he sounds a little too cool for you." You know what I'm saying?
That is horrible.
No.
I'm fighting words.
He's gonna come in this door and be very upset. What did you say?
Man.
But no, man, it works. It works. I love it.
Yeah, I think I do. I haven't spoken to Anakin. There are some similarities between him and Malik too. So yeah. Go ahead. Sorry. Malik, were you saying something?
Oh no, I was just gonna say that the voice is attached to a nerd, so yeah, the voice is attached to a nerd, so you know it kind of balances out.
There's a lot of nerds in this chat. You're fine.
All hail the nerds.
And good,
All the
in
nerds.
good company.
Can I get a?
Mhm.
Can I get a yay yay? No.
Malik, do you have a hollow pad underneath your bed? Tell the truth.
Yeah. No
Knew
one,
it.
no one will ever know it's there.
I knew it
Oh my gosh.
until today.
Now
Oh, no,
everyone
now.
No one will
knows.
ever know it's there.
We've got almost 20 watchers.
Yeah. And all of them know. And who knows, we'll see it later. So it's documented forever.
The
But no,
internet
so-
is forever.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see where Kenji ends up, because I know his character has gone off in episode 1. He's going to college. I'm really curious to see how we ring him back in.
Mhm.
So I'm very excited to see that. Since we'll have Martheus talk more about story. I'm gonna get through our questions, and then we can, because I don't want to keep everyone from prevent people from asking things too. But so my Jetta is really, really simple. Somebody already did Jetta before me in a live action sense. So I had that as kind of like a template to see where, like, how somebody else interpreted the character. I had the luck and honor to be able to portray her in a short period of time in Shinobi Princess, with a video that Martheus was working on. So I got to play her younger. The biggest thing about her is trying to find out her motivation, because a lot of the time Jetta's either missing her boyfriend, running from her dad, missing her mom. It's always about kind of like dealing with trauma, and also kind of scared because she's being put in this position of being the chosen one, and she obviously doesn't want to do that. So, it's kind of like a balance. But I will say for Maria, I think the one thing I relate to is daddy issues, because I had daddy. Now my father's no longer alive, but I have my own terminus, so I think I could really put in that kind of fear and animosity from my own life personally. And they say that makes the best. You act with what you know. So I will say that. And then also we both lost our mothers a little too early, so I do have that in common with her as well. So that's my Jetta. So now the fun question. Not like that wasn't fun. What made it difficult to portray your character? What did you find? It could be something vocally, something moral. It doesn't matter. What made it challenging to voice this character? So let's see. Let's start with, I guess we can go back around. I won't remember this order verbatim, but Michelle.
Oh no, not me first. No. Gosh. I would say the bonus content that was recorded recently with Malik and I. Please go to Toshigawa Universe on YouTube to go check it out. But that was the most challenging, because it's the first time in the recordings and in the logical sequence of the story that I'm having an interaction with my little brother. And so for me, I remember that day I'm sitting here in the booth and I'm really trying to connect. I have a brother in real life, and I hear Malik's voice. Like, to me, Malik has a very authentic voice to his character. Like, it's a great fit. Yeah. And so I intentionally would, like, Malik, you don't know this, but I went to your profile a couple of times just to hear your voice a couple of times.
Uh-oh. Stalker. Stalker
low
alert.
key.
Melissa, I almost choked to death.
Oh no.
And just to capture that and have it in my head, and pretending that you're responding, your voice is responding to me as though I'm having a conversation with my real life brother. Yeah. And so that really helped me kind of get over the hump of, I don't have this person across the table from me. It's not like we're doing a practice read. We're not going back and forth in a live directed session with each other, which would have been beautiful. I'm sure that would have been a great idea. I wonder how that would sound if we had done that. Mm-hmm. But that was the biggest challenge, I think, was in time. I could see this happening. Yeah. I could see us all in a room. It would be so exciting. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was the biggest challenge, is how do I really connect with him? But shockingly, I was really, really shocked once Martheus released the rough cut, just the rough cut alone. I was like, oh my gosh, we are really naturally having a conversation here. miles apart, separate recordings.
Mhm.
And I don't know if it was the beauty of the editing or what, but obviously it was, you know, Malik's acting chops and then me just really centering with talking to my brother. It came out beautifully. It came out beautifully. So for me, that was the biggest challenge so far.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. So I'm trying to go in order, but I'm going to mess it up. But I'm pretty sure Melissa was next.
Yeah. You said get the M's out of the way.
M's out of the
first.
way.
And
That's true. I did. Sorry, non-Emmers. We love you too.
The most, I think.
Unfortunately, my mom named me Zelig.
Yeah.
We didn't know. Your name is Malik. Don't worry about it, babe.
So, the difficulty with the character, right? The hardest part about playing the character.
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, the hardest part about playing Lace is that there's not too many. She doesn't have too many lines yet. I don't know how many lines she'll have throughout the whole series, but there's not a whole lot. She doesn't speak a whole lot, and when she comes in, she's sort of like just on the attack. So for me, I didn't feel like I had a lot of depth of character to work with, and I didn't want to make her like a shallow, vindictive blonde, although everybody probably recognizes somebody like that, you know, like a weird like an ex-girlfriend kind of vibe where she's like just like, oh no, not on my watch kind of thing. But I didn't want to make her shallow, so I kind of had to draw from my own experience and my own sense of sort of like jealousy and anger and, you know, all of those things that, you know, sometimes in your childhood you just shove them down and then when you grow up you're just like, yeah, that's not going to happen to me again, just watch, you know. So I guess I had to draw a lot from myself, and I didn't really know a whole lot about her, so it's been sort of a steady development of who I think she is. And I mean, I trust Martheus and his team sort of identified that I would be able to grow with her as the story unfolds. But yeah, that was definitely the hardest part, is I didn't really have a lot of information about who she was and what her motivations were.
Yeah,
Purposefully. It's purpose.
Yeah.
So he likes to torture us too, is basically what he's saying. But yeah, no, that rings true. But you do an amazing job at bringing her to life. And she's also, I mean, she is low key terrifying. If you really just listen to how she's like chasing, there's like the scene where you're like, like the way you're breathing. It just sounds so. I'm like, no.
I had a nightmare. I closed my eyes and I closed my ears, and I was like, what is? Oh.
Yeah, we're definitely making Nope 2 right now. Not happening.
Martheus, didn't you say that Anakin said something about me being demented or something, which was such a compliment? I love that compliment.
Yeah, Anakin was like, "Man, she sounds crazy." I was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what we were going for." One, because you know she is the evil stepmother. If you really think about it, she's the evil stepmother. But she is, she's got a little bit of layers there, because you don't really know. What I really want people to come off with is like, yeah, we know she's bad, but how bad is she? You know what I mean? That type of thing. Like, how bad is she? How loyal is she? You know, who is she really? We know how powerful she can be, you know, but there, like with Terminus, there's a lot of mystery around her and her
like her motivation.
I don't want to give too much away. If I say the word I have in my mind, it tells you exactly what I'm thinking. But like, it there's a lot of mystery around those two characters. You know what I mean? Yeah. And once it's revealed, it's kind of like, dang, she's kind of she's a threat.
Like, the way that I see it is like, I don't know if she would go to Terminus in the middle of the night while he's sleeping as his wife, whether she would kiss him or slit his throat.
Right.
And
that's
probably both. Yeah.
Kind of the idea.
She gets off on both.
Yeah, I mean, the problem would be what
At
order.
the same time.
What order?
Yeah. What order?
Yeah. That's kind of the idea that we wanted. We wanted to be able to have that ambiguity around the character. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I know. I can't wait to have scenes with her, although she's very terrifying. So I don't know. I think at the end of it, the big reveal is that Jetta's just going to have a nervous breakdown. That's what's probably going to happen. Like everyone's crazy around her. But
it's funny because I've never played a villain. I always play like the nice. Because in real life I'm very kind and nice, and so when I get to play this villain, it's like my heart, like I get like excited. I'm just, I can let it out, and it's okay, and it's just like kind of fun, like because I'm not like that, and
it's your mirrorverse twin. It's like the mirrorverse version of Melissa. Yeah, that makes
Metaverse.
so good. It's so good because it's like a balance. Like I'm almost too much wanting to be of the kindness and of the love and of the magic, and this kind of gives me another way to be, and it's kind of so fun. So thank you, Marthias. That's good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for portraying the character. That's awesome.
Yes, it's an honor.
All right, my Sean.
All right. So playing Daniel, oddly enough, the similarities I have with this guy, personality-wise, that strength also makes it a weakness. I don't know if anybody has ever botched a conversation so hard you got to go back home and look in the mirror and go, you dropped the ball on that, right? Now think of it like this. I have to sit in front of a mic and manifest that instantly. I have to make myself feel bad knowing I can't talk to somebody, right? But at the same time, you can still kind of brush it off. So I'm like, okay, you're good in the long run. You didn't mess up too badly.
Sure.
You might become injured. So
I want you to
I
want you to reconsider episode 3. What I posed to you, man.
Reconsider episode 3.
In episode 3, man. Hey.
You might raise my confidence, man. You might just do it.
You need to do it. I think you can, man. I think you can pull it off.
Wow.
Well, of course, I'm the greatest actor of all time, right? Like, obviously, I can do that.
So the greatest actor of what time is it? I love you, Mai.
I got one more minute of being great. I don't know, man.
Prehistoric age. No, I'm just kidding. Love you. Sorry.
Yeah, I know that we were going by and eliminating all of the M's, but since Sammy went next, I guess I'm going to try and stay in that order since me and Malik could be last. But Sammy,
okay, I'll yeah. So for me, I think it all stemmed from me trying to find the right voice for IQ. I know that episode 2 is his debut. IQ debut. I got bars under the stars. No, sorry. But yeah, no. Mixtape coming.
No.
Mixtape. Never mind. But yeah, no. For me, I wanted to find the right. It's not funny. No, I was trying to find the right tone for IQ. I didn't want to make him too nerdy, like the stereotypical. Oh my God, guys, we gotta like
right. The nasal drip.
Yeah. The fluticasone hashtag pharmacist. Fluticasone. Stop. No. But yeah, no. For me, I wanted it to be as close to my natural voice as possible, but just getting that upper inflection just a little bit. If you guys checked out the file, you would see how I try to portray it. But I think that with him, I wanna keep him spunky and modern. And I definitely want to be able to convey more emotions other than the what's happening right now, right? Mm-hmm. Somebody's on the way to come get you, so you should move right now. Like versus him like just going off, just being like, guys, we had one chance and we messed it up. Can't believe, like seeing other emotions with the character is definitely going to help me find that level of balance between upper register, middle, the lowers, the crying, the potential screaming. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but that's why I'm excited for that, that what's coming next. Portion there. And I think relative to my normal head voice, my normal speaking voice, I want to keep it rooted in that way because I feel like it's going to do the role justice. And I definitely want to use that as a foundation too, because I think as voice actors in general, we want to find the right voice, but we also want to understand what types of dynamics we're going to end up using, period, to be able to think, okay, so do I want to give them an accent? Do I want to do, I want to go all the way up here, or do I want to go down here? I don't know. But just like doing that setup is like going to help out a ton. And that's what I'm most excited for too. So just getting that, nailing it on the head.
Cool. Martheus?
And I was thinking that IQ has a, like I said, I like the I want to say nerdy. I like the nerdiness, the techiness of his voice. Apparently, like he's not nerdy, but at the same time he's a tech dude. You know what I mean? So he's gonna be talking. He's going to be saying things that are going to be, he's very like on schedule. I need to do this on schedule. I need to do this on time. We have this client bringing in this amount of money. We need that money. You know what I mean? But he's also street enough to be streetwise. You know what I mean? So like, he has gone out in the field sometimes, so he's not like Tour is not the only person goes out in the field, so he has done it. So he's streetwise enough to be able to know, hey, this is how I roll here, this is how I roll there, and stuff like that. So yeah, I'm glad he's not a nerd, like that. You know what I'm saying? He's smart. Let's just put it that way. He's smart, and streetwise. So I like how you play the character.
Thanks, man. He's also the CEO of Anti-Bodysuit Showaway.
Oh God.
So no
Yeah.
No.
All right. Time to move on. All right, Daddy Alex.
So something that I found difficult about portraying Terminus, I would say probably the voice. Yeah, because it's quite a bit lower than my natural voice. He's a real bass, right? And Martheus, I don't know if the notes specifically said that. I don't even know if you remember.
No,
but he was obviously a villain, right? Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't give really that much. I just told what the character is gonna be doing or villain. So yeah.
Okay. So for whatever reason, I dropped it pretty low. And to Sammy's point, I kind of thought about, is this guy going to be like a shouty, obviously the villain, right? But is he going to be like this like monstrous kind of like, big presence, or is he going to be kind of like subdued? And is he going to kind of, look down the nose at whoever he's talking to and be a little more, quiet and, maybe more intimidating because he's so quiet type. And that's kind of what I went with. I'm sure he's going to have his moments because this is an action-packed series where he's going to be doing, action, noises and being in the heat of battle and stuff like that. For the most part, he kind of has that almost like Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat, kind of because Shao Kahn he's a beast, but he's not screaming finish him,
Right.
He's more kind of like you finish him. He's kind of like talking down at his minions to do his bidding. It's kind of what I was kind of trying to at least portray as Terminus, and that's what came out of my body when I stepped in the booth.
So it came out of my body.
That
would happen sometimes.
I purposely was looking for somebody that can do a couple of, go very, very deep with their voice, but also be able to kind of like lighten it up a little bit, just for flashbacks, back, things that are coming up and stuff like that. So that was a big
so
part.
Steven gets an appearance, huh? Young
Yeah.
Steven
Eventually, because you just can't, there's memories that Shiandria still has about, who her father used to be. You know what I mean? So there's those things that pop up as well. So yeah, most definitely.
And
I don't need to hire anybody else for that.
The ethnic authenticity also in voice acting these days is really important. So if you can find somebody who's ethnically closer to the character, I think that people would prefer that, to hear that, instead of to hire somebody, maybe some big bearish dude, the white dude, and Terminus. It could happen, but I think that
thank God, because there's probably somebody better than me out there.
No,
Oh gosh, no.
Rude. That's my husband.
Don't get her on that trail. Don't do it.
Yeah, I think I love the diversity of the cast and of the comic and everything. So I think it's really awesome. So you're the perfect terminus, honey.
Aw,
Aw.
So sweet.
So
So sweet.
that is very sweet.
Scared at nighttime, she's gonna ask you for something. You might
She's gonna be, I love you, as she slits your throat.
Yeah, she's gonna come looking for payment. I know.
Yeah. I mean, in reality, she
One eye
might
open
be. She actually might be the one that saves the chosen one from Daddy in the end. You never know.
You don't know.
Oh,
don't
do I have to watch my back? Okay.
Yeah. Of course you do. Like, all right, Malik.
For me, it was more so about, and it's funny because I really wish I did not know about it beforehand, before I started recording, for episode 1 and the side story that we did. But I felt, and I still feel to this day, I feel so honored that that Anakin chose me to, voice a character that resembles his likeness. And it was mostly just that pressure of not wanting to disappoint that was always just, that monkey on my back that was always there while I was recording. And while I do work better under pressure, I'm still under pressure.
That's true. That is
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
So that was pretty much the most challenging part. But yeah, once I started recording, it kind of went away. It kind of went away until it was done. Then it just doubled down.
I do like the way that you and Michelle actually gel together, because I really feel like for real, like when I was doing that, writing the I had the story in my head anyway, and it was a story that was actually going to be in Shinobi Princess at some point, and the actual short that you guys did, passing the torch, and so I had that in my mind for a little bit, but I just saw a good opportunity to be able to put it here, because in the original story, it was a small part that Kenji is actually thinking about, and this is young Kenji. He's like he's 14, 15, but he's actually thinking about the last time he talked to his sister before he went to Japan to train. So, and his sister was older. His sister was going into final year high school and all that kind of stuff. So he hadn't seen her in a little bit. So it was that interaction. So to age it up a little bit and to be able to put you guys' voice to it as I was writing it, it just made more sense. Plus, too, my son is actually getting ready to go to 12th grade. So, he's getting ready to be out and be a college student. And a lot of those feelings that I had about that is in that passing of the torch. It's kind of like me passing the torch of adulthood to him. You know what I mean? You got to go do your own thing. You got to go, be the person that I know that you can be. So, a lot of that is really, it really is reflected in you guys' voice, and you guys did an awesome job, man. When I was putting it together, I was sitting there going, I'm gonna edit. Good job, man.
Blobbering over the laptop.
Thank you. It means a lot.
Looking at me like, what are you doing? You so sorry.
Because I love Janet. Janet, I believe, could channel Lace. I think she could channel Lace for Martheus with that slipper.
Oh my God, the chancla, she does not miss.
Yes.
Yep.
Never misses.
Never. Yeah, I could see it.
I met Janet for the first time when we had the Java Cabana event in Memphis, Tennessee, just a few weeks ago. I walked through the door and I saw her face. I don't know why. I just wanted to just duck when I saw her. had this twitch. I just, oof. That's
And
all I think of when I
she's
think of
so
Janet now.
nice. Yeah, she's so nice, but she has that presence, right? That like I can kill
Yeah.
you with my eyeball. I mean,
Yeah.
there's no escaping.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Lace in human form.
She's so nice until you
She's a
tell
sweetheart.
her without
Yeah.
the chancla. Blah, blah,
Yeah.
blah.
She's like what? Not one part of us is playing right now. But before we get to Jetta, I would say you said Java Cabana, and I just got nostalgic because that was the
Aw.
first date that I had with my spouse.
Really?
We met at
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. You told
Awesome.
me that. Yeah.
Yep, 2016. I'm having flashbacks, but anyway, sorry. So Jetta's hard because of her journey, and I haven't had all of the information of her past. I don't have all of the exposition there. Normally when we play characters, we try to justify action. And I've been finding myself playing her on the defensive. She's always apologizing or freaking out or talking to herself. So it's hard to see exactly when the offensive will come, because right now I kind of feel like she doesn't know herself. So that's challenging. And then also as Maria, you know, she's just this badass ninja chick, and I'm like chronically ill. So it's like, you know, I'm a little jealous of my character to begin with, but you know, she's had all of this life, and I'm like, I just want to make it to tomorrow. So it's just, you know, it's kind of like finding that balance of, you know, life imitating art. So she's my idol of wellness, because I love Jetta. She's just, no matter what she goes through, the girl is just, she's in top form, you know, she's just there. She's at it. So she's peak for me. But yeah, just trying to find like her journey, like where's the turn, and that's pretty much what I think my biggest challenge is, trying to find the turn.
Right.
When she goes from being on the defensive all the time to, hey, maybe I do need to do this. Hey, maybe, you know, maybe everyone's right. I need to take initiative. Maybe I won't die if I meet Daddy, you know, in a fight, you know, because she's not there yet from what I've been able to see. So yeah.
She's obviously well written.
She has, she has a you know, one thing to remember about her is that she is very very defensive about the people she loves. So that is her most important thing. But also too, what you'll find out, like in some of the earlier stories when she was younger, she lost a lot of people, right? There's a lot of people they either left or they died. So she had to be able to, she clings on to the people who are still left and who stuck around. You know, that's why Tura is important to her. That's why Kim is important to her. That's why Kat is really important to her. You know, and Kenji has been there since he was 14 years old. So, you know, to see him go to college, you know, that's a big thing. That's a big blow to her. You know what I'm saying? So, so that it you know, her that's her motivation right now. That motivation is gonna change pretty soon with some things that happen. But that's her motivation right now.
But he won't tell me what that is, but that's fine. I will say something that I find interesting is that she's a character that watches other people live, if that makes sense. Like, you know, because Kenji's going off to school, you know, Kat has he's training, but he has his whole life with his job and his girlfriend on the side. You know, she's watching people live, but she's not essentially living. She's just going from day to day. And so it's a really interesting space to play with, but it's kind of depressing in a way. It's a little on the depressing side. So
in this episode, there's a really good conversation between Guardian and Shiandria, where, you know, that's addressed. You know what I mean? You know, that's addressed in two different times in this conversation, and it gives you a little bit of headspace as to why Guardian has been so like, no, you will not, you know, kill the boy. Take him in the back and kill the boy, you know what I mean? You know, stuff like that, you know, or like she has been so railed in from living and stuff, you know what I mean? That is addressed, you know. So you know, I really can't wait for you guys as the cast to be able to read what happens and where the story goes, because it will, and a lot of the questions, a lot of the things that you guys are expressing right now kind of really, it fuels me to be like, oh man, I made the right decisions. You know what I mean? So they're asking the right questions because this is where I want their minds to be going with the characters. So yeah.
Now just hear what he just said. He's like, I love that you're asking the right questions. Now he did not say he was going to give us any of those answers.
Oh,
I might,
None.
I might. Some of them are not spoilers. I mean, some of them aren't spoilers. If it's a spoiler, then I can't tell you. Then I have to, But if it's not a spoiler, yeah, man, I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna see. So we're gonna look. Did anyone have any questions in the chat? Melissa, did you see any? I know you were engaging a little bit more than I was. Did you see any questions?
I didn't see any questions, but a lot of kudos. So
Kudos.
yeah.
Okay, guys, put your questions, especially if you're familiar with the actual comics that have been around for 25 years plus. Please put your questions down, and then while we're doing that, I guess we get to harass our boss. So. Hey, Matthias. When are you bringing Tora back to Jetta?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. When?
When?
Tora,
where's my sister at?
Tora actually pops up in episode 2. So he is in episode 2. And episode 3 is heavily Tora. So it's episode 3 is actually split between it being Tora and Jetta, so it's an even split between episodes. So it's as much as her episode and her team with IQ and Brick and stuff like that as it is Jetta and my Sean and Kelvin as Cat. So it's split evenly down the middle. It's almost like you have these two stories that are kind of will meet in between somewhere down the road. I can't tell you, but yeah. So episode 2, she'll be in episode 2, and then episode 3, heavily in episode 3.
We've got questions. Janet Wade asks, why is Gaudiant so mean?
Now, if anybody else would know the answer to that, it would be Janet.
She already know why he's so mean, and she know I can't tell nobody why she's so mean. See, she did that on purpose. That's the reason why we don't get along most of the time.
Yes, you do. Yes,
Janet Wade asks, is Jetta gonna drop Kim for Dan?
I can't do that either.
I mean,
That's a good one.
That is a good one.
But I will say,
That is a good one.
I will say that that is a huge story in a huge subplot of this thing. Is like who is what's going to happen between this budding relationship, or kind of this one, I don't say one-sided, this I almost killed you relationship with Daniel and Kim, who is like, you saw at the end of episode 2, he's fighting for his life. I mean, episode 1, he's fighting for his life against Lace. So what's going to happen with that? Does he live? How does that get, how does that, resolve itself? Things like that. So, so that's a huge story,
And shout out to our new cast member who is voicing Kim.
Yeah.
Matthew Chang.
Yes.
Awesome. He's awesome.
Matthew Chang, ladies and gentlemen.
Yep.
He did an awesome job, man. And
he did.
it took the heat off of me because I didn't want to do it anymore.
So that is a story all itself, because I thought you did a really good job. I really did. You're just your own worst critic, and I knew you were having anxiety about it, so I just didn't say anything.
I was trying to find somebody else to do it, and I never got a chance to lock it down. And it got into the 11th hour, and I knew that I really wanted to have that surprise at the end, and I was like, man, I'm just gonna do it. And I did it, and It was all right. I did too.
I think it was more than all right, but we're just gonna leave it at that. I'm not gonna let you wiggle out of that one. So he was great. Just what it is.
It was all right.
But okay, so Melissa, Michelle, I think both of you had mentioned this. Is there ever a chance, and I know we are a very large cast, larger than what you see here, but is there ever a chance that we could do like a kind of like table read recording, like with programs like Riverside or something of that nature, where we could record on our own and just kind of go through the scripts?
In
Absolutely.
Discord, I do it for another production. We just get in there and we do just like we're doing today, and then we record locally, but we, do the scenes together virtually like this, and then we send our recordings, our local recordings, into the hub. And
yeah, I did that with Zombie Run too.
Is that production Cerulean Summer?
It is. Plug
to Keiko.
Shout out
Plug to Keiko. MLA Entertainment.
How much did that cost, Melissa?
Love her.
How much did that cost me?
My soul.
My soul. But it's all right. She has a lot of them, so it's okay. But no, I thought about that because like I did that too with Zombie Run, kind of like what they do with Cerulean Summer. Like we all got together, and the actors that couldn't be there, they were the ones that would send it in or do like a private live session with you. So
that would be amazing.
Yeah, I'm totally interested and down to do that if that's what we want to do for episode 3.
I would like to be able to do that. There is I will say that, and this is not a spoiler, really. In episode 3, there is an entire music video in episode 3. So
what?
We have it planned. I've been planning it and talking back and forth with Kaza, and they're going to be doing the song. They have the song for it, and I'm trying to get somebody to do a part in it, but we'll see what happens with that. Can
I like freestyle rapping it?
No,
like,
no. We're good. We're good. You are good. You are perfect the way you are. All right.
That's so sweet.
Listen, stay over there with that, man. We don't need you right now.
Way to smooth it over. Way to smooth it over, Martha.
That was great. That was amazing PR right there.
Yeah.
Wait, you're gonna do a music video? Are you going to animate Kaza?
She actually is going to voice one of the characters that's in the story. So,
are you doing a spoiler?
She's actually the singing voice to one of the other characters that's part of a band. So, in that band is going to be performing.
Cool.
In the story. So
that's awesome. So when you do a convention run, she can perform the song in character on stage. That would be really cool.
That's sneak peek. That's not spoiling. That's sneak peek. That's totally different.
It is.
All right. Okay. If Lace says it's fine, it's okay because I'm not getting cut. So
whatever she says goes.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't make the rules. No, I make the rules.
Okay.
There's another question. There's another question by SA_fire_art. Marcia, how many different people do you have audition for each character?
Man, I don't know. Like at least on the low end it was 15. On the high end it was about 20.
Wow.
So it was a lot.
Well, no, there was one character that had almost 60 though.
Which one was it?
Which one was it?
Oh, hold on.
No,
it was a guy. It was either Terminus or it was
yeah, that was
I think it was Terminus. It was Terminus because I did the actual form, but Janet and Martheus did the casting, and it crashed my form, so I had to like go in and because it was all from the Dropbox.
You dog.
Yeah.
You dog.
I had to beat off 60 men, huh?
Pretty much, yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on.
Huh? What?
Let's go back.
What? Let's rewind.
Chat, edit that out. Let's
there was I'm looking at the stat sheet. There were 62 total auditions for
that's crazy.
And Lace had 18.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let me see.
Some numbers.
It doesn't tell me all of them, which is kind of interesting. Daniel had 12. So
Okay.
that was,
Yeah.
Let me see. Michelle, your character had 10.
Nice.
So you beat out 9 other women. Good job. It doesn't show me IQ for some reason. Why is it not showing me that?
What? Oh, I know why.
erased
It's because I
It's not
hacked
that
it.
No, because Sammy just got rid of the competition.
I was like this. I was like, Ryu.
I will tell you, this is a funny story. During the audition process, because I did not know Sammy at the time. So Sammy, I think you added me on Twitter, and then you were like, you kept messaging me. I sent my audition. Did you receive it? I'm like, it's on the form.
Twice.
And then no, it was 3 times, because the third time I had to tell you I'm not casting this.
Okay,
you're
right.
But I'm like, but no, it was funny.
Man.
It was really funny because your enthusiasm was off the chain, and we like that. So, and I had nothing to do with anyone's casting. I keep telling people that, but it is what it is. I just moved it along, and I basically had my spouse help me put the form together for Martheus, and then I provided the Dropbox, and that was my role in this entire endeavor. And I think I posted it on social media, but that was it. I had nothing to do with casting.
You would let me know when things were there, and then I would go into it and be like, oh man, I really like this one. And then I came up with a list of who I liked, like
top 2 or 3, and then he would say, "What do you think of this?" I'm like, I have no power.
Or I gave it to I remember giving some to Janet and be like, "What are you thinking about this?" And we'll be laying in bed at night listening to tracks and voiceover tracks and being like, this person looks good, would sound good here with this person. Or what about this person right here? And it'd be like, wow, this sounds really good, but I don't know because this person's over here. Like one of the things that I really was trying to be cognizant of is that the characters in relation to other characters. So one big thing that I was looking for was the relation between the character sounds between Jetta with Tura with Michelle with Monica. So the reason why is because they're all about the same age, but I really would like out of all 3 of them for Jetta to come off as the younger voice. And the reason why is because
that's how we use my natural voice for Jetta, because I wanted to make her all badass, and they're like, no.
Where she is very powerful in relation to life, she's not as well-rounded as somebody who is Tura, who is on one spectrum. Tura's over here, and she's all about, she loves her independence. She loves being flashy. She loves being a essentially a ninja for hire. And you have another person over here with Monica, who has been like, look, I've been to college. I have gotten out. I have all of these, responsibilities, and I lead my own team. So it's kind of like, even though they're kind of on the same thing, they have to have their own personalities, and and that's gonna feed where the characters are gonna go eventually, and the believability of the characters, and what the decisions they're gonna make, so.
I have a question about, or I don't know if this is a question, but I was very fascinated by the character that Katie Otten plays. What
Doll?
Doll.
Yes, Doll.
Yeah.
Because doesn't she switch her accent from when she's one character to another character?
That's actually not
Mastophilia?
That's Mastophilia.
Mastophilia.
That's Maya. Yeah, Maya.
Oh, that's Maya. Oh, okay, that's right. Both of them, I love them both. But that character, that's right. Mastophilia.
She's a shapeshifter. So when she's one character, she has this very straightforward, clipped English voice. When she's another character, when she's like her own self, essentially, she is a lot more unsure of herself. Yeah. So it's almost as if you have to play it as 2 different characters.
I love that.
I will say at the end of episode 1, it made me very uncomfortable because of how she shifted her voice, and it sounded like something bad was about to happen. I don't want to say it, but what I was going to say. I'm like, that whole situation was very tense, and I'm like, oh. So
ending.
yeah, but she did a really good job of being that vulnerable from being like this badass British lady who was like ready to take charge. So I love that shift. It was really
Kind of like
we
Moon
love
Knight.
her.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
Katie's awesome
very
too.
cool.
BTW.
Yeah.
I love Doll
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Mastophilia was one I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good. I mean, I hope we can get her on one of the streams too, just so we can like pick her brain. Like, what is your method? I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
I do like that me, Michelle, and Melissa are around the same age in real life. So we and our personalities do come out in our characters. Like, again, Melissa's not crazy. No.
Just to be clear.
I mean, not on the level of Lace. It's crazy. But,
Okay, fair
yeah,
enough. She will go further than I would.
yeah, but yeah, I do like that you can see it. Like when Monica is like, say when Monica's in a scene, Monica has this kind of presence of I'm in charge. I'm taking over. I got everything together. I mean, I'm imagining her making spreadsheets, and that's something that I can imagine Michelle doing in real life.
She would make a good spreadsheet.
She'd be
That
like,
is
I got
so true. Have you been on my computer? You've been on my computer.
probably.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, but she also has this edge to her, not saying that you don't have that, but there's like this edge, there's more to the character, but there's so much of you in it that is kind of engaging. I'm like, and then it's hard to separate because I'm like, I wonder, are you going at home with like knives and stuff with your husband? Are you like Lace too? I mean, it's just something that you think about,
I mean, you think about it, right? You think about it.
You think about it. And with Melissa, we know Melissa's terrifying. So we just, it's just what it is.
You can talk to my daughter and ask her, what she thinks. She's probably a more accurate barometer.
Well, and speaking of, I'm so defensive about my daughter because my daughter attacks me, man. So like it's even happened in here. I'll be talking. Yeah, she just like opens the door in the middle of a stream and she's like, "Hey!" I'm like, "What the?" I was like,
Mom, what?
You know how you do that awkward smile, like, "Oh, this is not okay," but I'm just gonna keep going. But yeah, so I think that my daughter is a very good trainer for how Jetta would react to something like Terminus, because I have that same fear whenever that child, I say child, she's almost 30 years old. Whenever she just graces me with her presence randomly, unexpectedly, spontaneously, all of the time. So, it's just funny, our imitating life, I guess. But yeah, so I did have another question.
Okay.
I know you're not going to answer it, so.
Okay.
Well, two parts. How did Lace and Daddy hook up? Like, how did they get together?
I can't answer that.
I know, man.
It's on a need to know basis.
Okay.
Guys, for those of you wondering, the answer is a book club. They went to a book club and then they said, hey,
Book
you
club.
like R.L. Stein books? No? All right.
Well, okay. Is this something that was actually
Not just
talked
a regular
about
club?
in the comic books? Like, did you have like a side story, or is it something you haven't even told the comic book fans yet?
Not
Like,
yet. Not exactly. Not yet.
5 years, my fans.
But I have.
That is a slow burn.
But I have. Let's see. Wait a minute. Did I say no? Not really. I haven't explained it all really yet.
But she's American and he's Japanese.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yeah.
But he yeah. There's a yeah.
Okay. Okay. And I am gonna have. I'm gonna give people plenty of time. Like I have a choice. But I just have two more. I have two more questions. Why do you feel like we would be safer in America? Like, why were we safer? Like everywhere else in the world, we could have gone to the UK, New Zealand. Why was it the US that we decided to jump from Japan?
Well, this is not a spoiler. Okay, so one reason in the story is because the Mawade clan is based in Memphis. I mean Memphis, not Memphis. I'm in Memphis, not Memphis. You're not in Memphis. In Miami. All right. The Mawade clan is based in Miami. What that was the easiest way and the safest way to be able to get back and forth. Two is because Terminus controls Japan. Terminus, that's it. Terminus has taken over. Okay, so one thing that I put in the kind of like
Did you you freeze giving information?
Oh no.
Absolute cinema.
This is an inside job right here.
Yeah,
We're in
he's like,
solidarity. We're in solidarity.
What the climate
This is
is
perfect.
of the world. Oh, I'm sorry. I died.
you
Or he's doing it on purpose.
I'm sorry. Okay, so yeah, that was on purpose. Actually, I was giving you spoilers, and then it was like cut out. No, so where did I leave off? Was
Terminus has taken
you
over
were
Japan, and then you froze.
Okay, so Terminus has taken over Japan, and the safest place to be able to go is going to be where they know. You know what I mean? So kind of like it's kind of one of those things where you follow the money. You know what I mean? The money flow actually goes from Japan to Miami, and they follow that money. It's easier for them to set up camp there and keep going and not have to like continuously start over in a financial way. You know what I mean? Somebody got to find a job. Somebody got to do this. You know what I mean? So that's one of the reasons. One of the things that I put is the political climate of the story of the universe, the Toshigawa universe, is that this is taking place after there has been a huge war. You know what I mean? And they essentially Tokyo, which is Tokyo, the modern Tokyo that we all know, it actually got bombed, and because of that, Terminus has a very, very nationalistic view of Japan, and he used his powers to be able to repel most of the missiles that were coming in. That's how the world actually was like, this dude is actually a super hero or a super person. You know what I mean? He revealed himself at that point, and his popularity allowed him to be able to usurp power in Japan. So that's why he is over Japan now. It is unsafe for her to actually be there anymore. So she left, follow the money trail, go to America. Now, of course, Terminus is like, I need to find her because she's no longer here, and that's where our story picks up. So yeah, there's a lot of like lore and stuff like that, political stuff that I really don't really get into in the story. It's kind of like behind the scenes backstory type stuff that is kind of like, it's kind of like pushed into the story, in roundabout ways. So somebody might be talking about it, and you might hear about what Terminus is moving. There's a big financial part to it where a lot of Goya Industries, which is like a industry that Terminus actually kind of controls, they fund a lot of his technologies and things like that. They have now put a big foothold, and it just so happens that foothold is in Miami. So it's just kind of like, so that financial arm is actually, you got two financial arms going. So one is the Toshigawas, who are kind of, they've been around for a while, so they've amassed a little bit of money. But also you have Terminus and his tech company that is becoming more popular, and now they have a foothold in Miami as well, and that's going to cause all sorts of problems. So,
Okay. And my last question before somebody else gets to pick your brain: does Jetta have any other dreams or goals outside of running away from her dad? I mean, is this what like if she wasn't a ninja, like what would she want to do? What is her actual desire if she could have a normal life?
Coffee shop. She wants to have her own coffee shop. That's her thing. She wants to have her own coffee shop, and she also is a avid fighting game player. So she plays a lot of Street Fighter, she plays a lot of Mortal Kombat, she plays a lot of Tekken, and she wants to go to she wants, her dream, her and Kenji's dream was to one day compete in Evo. So
oh my god,
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bet money. Let's go.
Yeah.
So I'm dating myself, but my very first game was the first Mortal Kombat game, my first fighting game. So
Oh, there you go.
yeah. So
Who
that
was
there
your
you go.
main? Who was your main? Do you remember?
So I do. Well, I started off with Baraka and then Kung Lao, but then I kind of graduated to my girls. So Katana was my biatch for a very long time. So,
Yeah.
Melina.
Anna.
Yeah.
Yep.
Melina.
So
Yeah.
Love it,
There's
love
there's a whole like storyline. There's a whole storyline of Kenji and or really it's I would say it was Shiandria. She goes to a arcade and just whoops people. It's like I have my own fighting game inside of the Toshigawa universe, and it's called Iron Fighters. And
Bro.
So
you fighters.
that is awesome. So you remember? I think you probably remember this back in the day before University of Memphis became Memphis State.
Yeah.
There was like at the very bottom,
At the bottom,
in reverse,
yeah, the
Memphis State
arcade.
became U of M. There was an arcade
Yeah.
at the bottom. It basically a lot of people flunked out of college because of this arcade. Because everyone would go play.
I used to be in there all the time,
Yep.
man.
And I think they opened it when Mortal Kombat 2 came out, and then so we had that, we had Street Fighter, we had all of the games. And we
But
just
did
spent
you
all
know
our
the
time on it.
moves? Did you know the moves with a back, forward jump?
Oh,
Or did you just do like
absolutely.
me and go like this? I would just go like this.
No, real talk, I started like that, but then I realized these guys were kicking my butt. So then I started like studying them. Killer Instinct and Killer Instinct 2 were my jam. So like I was always
so good.
put your quarter on the
So
screen and let's go. But like that's what I would do back in the day. So but yeah, so me and Jetta have that in common. I'm glad I found something else in common with Jetta. So cool.
The Flying
Cool.
Pig Cafe. I might use that.
Hey.
Yeah. So anybody else have any questions about your characters that he won't answer or stories that he probably won't answer? Go right ahead.
Is there a release date for episode 2?
Oh man,
That's a great question.
Yeah.
Not an exact release date, but there is a projected release time, and I would love for it to be at early, mid to late fall, early winter, because I want to be able to do something in that holiday season type of thing, so people can be able to kind of like, hone in and have something to look at and to do,
Want me to bring cookies?
Yes.
Poisonous cookies.
Yes. Not poisonous cookies. No. The purple frosting is okay. That's what I think of when I hear poison.
No, she said that too nicely. You need to go. that was too thick, too nice.
I'm hoping there's a number of like things that we're doing as well. There's another Shinobi Princess book coming out. There's Tura's graphic novel. She has a spin-off graphic novel that's coming out as well. There is a book that is written by Sarah Freites that she's in the chat as well, and that will be out. That I would like for that to be out in December. It's being illustrated by Hadia. I'm gonna butcher her last name, but Bjornback. And it's going to be colorized by Janet. So it's an all female, all women power driven book that'll be out in December. I'm missing some. Oh, and next week we're going to have our coloring book / comic book that'll be out. And it's gorgeous painted cover that we put out online by DeMarco Randall, and it was illustrated and written by Kevin Williams, but it was also I did finishes as illustration as well, so it's a collaboration between both of us. So that's going to be awesome for something for the little kids that I really would like to do. And it's all Jin. It's a Jin centric story, which is awesome. Get into his
I told
world.
you you'd make it. I'm proud of you. Give me some.
Oh no. I know we're like, what are we at? An hour and 19 minutes. I think we have maybe 10 minutes left.
All right.
So any other questions? Any?
I have a question. I have a question, Martheus, because we had chatted a little bit back and forth, but I'm interested to talk if you could talk a little bit more about the challenges you've had at Comic Cons. And you know, I know you have some challenges because of maybe the artwork, or I don't see anything, you know, challenging about it, but maybe you could talk a little bit about that and where we can go in the future as a family.
So so one of the big things about the book that I really want to that I really wanted to highlight, and especially in the casting of this, is that I really want it to be a book that is diverse, right? So diversity is like super important to me, and not diversity, not performative diversity, right? So you have like diversity that is like, you know, it's just there, you know, it's just there just to sell you something. But I wanted something that was going to be authentic and feel real, you know, because a lot of times when I'm at conventions, one of the big struggles is that you know, I'm a guy, you know. It used to be to where I was a guy that was selling a comic about a woman. Now I'm a black guy that sells a comic about an Asian woman. So it's kind of like, you know, the two it's a disconnect. You know what I mean? And a lot of times I would rather not be seen. I'd rather not be out in front of people doing things, unless we're talking about the art of, the conceptualization of, or something like that, right? Because I don't want to take away from that fact. I don't want to take away from the fact that this is a team effort and everybody is bringing their unique voice to the table. Going forward, though, I would say how all of us, and I say this because I really feel like the people that I like to be a part of and I like to gather onto myself are people that I would like to actually hang out with. These are people that I would like to sit down. Let's talk about how we can make things better on a for real thing, not performatively. Like how can we move, right? How can we move it to make all of us, you know, prosper, right? And that is a community, that is a family, you know what I mean? And how can we as a family, the Toshigawa universe family, right, move forward? I just feel like we move forward by trying to be able to project what we want the change to actually be, right? So if I'm projecting my best foot forward and I'm bringing the people along that I know are good people, right? I know I can vet them, right? And I'm investing in them, they're investing in me, and I feel like that is the best thing that we could do to be able to move forward as a unit. You know what I mean? Will it be easy? No. You know what I mean? Right now we face a lot of problems with algorithms. We face a lot of problems with AI trying to steal our jobs. We face a lot of problems as artists as a whole, just trying to be able to cut through the noise of what is considered popular, right?
And as a culture in this country, we're still trying to figure out our future,
right,
as a culture,
right,
yeah,
as a country.
We're still trying to be able to figure those things out. So the more that we can be able to gravitate towards each other and move together as a unit and not separately, the stronger that we're going to end up being. And that's just my philosophy. My philosophy is just being able to build the Toshigawa universe around good people, good stories, stories that encompass a lot of different genres and things like that, and then move forward so that we can be able to grow things better, grow things more productively for each person. You know, and if push comes to shove, like say if somebody just goes and they're like, man, I got this awesome gig and I got to go do this over here, and they go do that over there, that's perfectly fine. I'm fine with that as long as it's making them continue on their path of being what I know that they can possibly be. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I'm always that's my It's my philosophy. That's the hardship of being at conventions and stuff like that. It's just trying not to be able to be the you know, at face value, somebody might look at me and be like, "Oh, that dude right there, I don't like him." You know what I'm saying? And not even give the things that I have an opportunity. But at the same time, it's kind of, you know, I have to tell myself those are kind of the people that I just don't want to be around in the first place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm better off.
It's a good way of looking at that, because unfortunately, I've been seeing this a lot where people will do amazing projects like the diversity we have in Jetta, and they're being met with comments like, why is it so woke and things of that nature? Right. And it's disheartening, especially in 2026. You think that as a culture, we have evolved past that, but we know we really haven't. Yeah. So that's why it's so important. Yeah.
One of the things I did get early, a lot. I did a live stream on TikTok and stuff like that, and I was just doing some drawings, and a lot of people came in, "Oh, is this woke?" And it's just like, man, you know what I mean? If you consider the world that you live in being woke just because you walk around and you see other races and stuff like that, then I don't know what to tell you, because this book is reflective of the people that I'm around. I'm around a lot of folks, you know what I'm saying? And you know, maybe it came from me being an artist, maybe it came from me being a martial artist. I've always been around a lot of folks that are different from me, but I've always taken from them and given to them what I wanted to exchange and make them better, hopefully, and make me better. You know what I mean? So, and that's community, right? So I don't understand about that whole thing about only wanting to be able to see the people that you know, because that's not community. That's not.
Or why is being a global citizen considered woke? Like, why is being a good global person in humanity considered a woke concept? And why is woke bad?
Right.
Like, that's the main question. Yeah.
Isn't it good to be awake?
No. And you know what? And this is how I feel too about this. If you don't like being woke, stay asleep and let the rest of us thrive. That's how I feel about that. Just stay asleep. No. It's fine.
You know. I'm like I said, I want to be able to just be the change that I want to see. So you know, performative people are not going to be that. They want to be whatever is going to get them to the next level, you know. But me, I want to be what I want to be. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
So I have the best thing that we can close out on. Even you may want to have some like final thoughts too. But Michelle, would you like to read what you wrote, sweetie?
Get in front of the class.
I think that it would be a really good idea at the next convention, just try and switch up your PR a little bit.
Yeah.
For example, Janet could stand in front of the booth, like you're sitting and laying in the cut, but Janet's standing in front of the booth, and you know, she has a slipper in hand, and she is demanding that people come over and check out this work.
I agree.
She should use intimidation to get clients. Let's try
that. Hit them with it.
I agree. I have
20-hit combo. Freaking.
But she needs to do it in her really nice voice, like a really sweet Janet voice, but just have the little menacing slipper just tapping that hand.
I remember a TikTok on that. I'm pretty sure she did that already.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I will say that she a lot of people love Janet. They love her at the booth, man. They are like, wow, man, she's so great, you know what I mean, and stuff. They love her, and then she beats me.
No, blink twice for help. Blink.
I love.
And if you cannot blink, just
we know. Well, we know you're not telling the truth. If she really hit you, you wouldn't be here. So, we know. No,
but yeah. So we work well together. So when I might put her out in front of the booth and do that. That's an option.
I think you should. I think you should make her own costume. She needs to have her own Janet inspired costume and with the slipper. I think that'd be awesome.
Have and it needs to match. On sale.
So, like, real talk though, Martheus is so good at designing clothes. It's insane. Like, if you look at some of his sketches, like the way he draws clothes. I mean, I don't know. You might have missed your calling there. Just saying.
Okay,
I just like clothes.
but for posterity, no bodysuits, right?
Oh god.
Doing that?
I'm wearing one, so I don't know. I'm out. I'm out. I'm wearing one.
Yeah.
So
I thought we had an agreement.
Right now, and like also,
I'm in the chat.
I'm gonna get IQ a bodysuit as well.
I don't want it.
Yeah,
It's all gone downhill.
I'll resell it on eBay. I don't want it.
All right, we are almost at 1 hour and 30 minutes. Thank you guys so much for spending this time with us and listening to how much we love Jetta and we're passionate about it and maybe a little nuts. Anyone want to say anything in closing before we sign out?
I just want to say thank you to everybody that has looked and checked out episode 1. Please continue to do so. Please continue to like and subscribe. And share what we do, because that is exactly how we continue to build. Help follow these guys as well on social media, and on TikTok. I'm always trying to be able to, I want to say TikTok, I mean on all social media, I'm always trying to be able to highlight what they're doing, and reflect what these guys are doing. So please follow them when you see me do that. Don't be afraid to pick up a comic book as well, and graphic novel, and help a boy out.
Support human creators.
And never stop inspiring either.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right.
And make sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the little notification bell so you know when the new videos come out, please.
Yeah.
And also, we have merch. We have merch. This is Jim. That is familiar, and there's a lot more merch where this comes from. So Northeast will put a link down where you can see these wonderful products, because we love them and you should love them too.
Yes.
Yeah, we are the cast and the creator of Jetta. Thank you so much for being with us tonight, and until the next stream, look forward to the new episode, guys. Bye.
Bye.